Good morning, everyone. My name is Lucas, and this is Fortress Forums. What we have today, it's the Hik-Connect, and I'm just going to show you how to operate in the Hik-Connect application and how to add the recorder first to the Hik-Connect. Like you know, the Hik-Connect is the software application. It's an app on the phone. It's like an Android and iOS. They will allow you to view your cameras, to do the playback, do the backup if you like as well. But also you can manage your device if you like. What I'm going to show you, as I said, is the phone app. But first of all, we need to know how to connect the phone app and how to operate and enroll your device to your app itself. So first of all, I'm just going to show you how to get to the app. Logging in to my phone there now. So this is my phone here now. Hopefully no one's going to call me there now. So this is the phone. These days, to download the app from the Hikvision for the Hik-Connect, you need to actually go to the Hik-Connect website. So we're just going to go App Store at .hikvision.com. So this is the website, and you can see there's a Hik-Connect download. So just going to download this app. So there it is, it's downloaded. So you just like to install the app. On some of the phones, if it's going to ask you for third-party authentication, you might need to turn that option on, and just enable to download and install third-party applications not downloaded from the App Store, from the Google Play Store. Sorry. So once it's done, we're just going to open the app, and there we are. Just going to allow this device and just agree to the terms and conditions. And the first option you have here, it's choose the region. So we're in Ireland, so we're just going to choose Ireland, and that's it. So we have this main page, so we can log in with your own details if you have one account created already, or you can just log in as a visitor. So the installer can log in as a visitor if you like, and they can connect to the device on site, or they can log in with their own account and enroll the device to their own account just for a test and make sure everything's working. But what we have here today, like I don't have an account, so we're just going to create one. So we just go ahead and click login. What we have here, you have two types of creating an account or log into your account. You can log in via the phone number, or you can log in via email. So like you see here, there's a username or email address, but I need to register first. So I need to click the register button. Agree to all terms and conditions, select Ireland, and that's fine, and just enter the email address. So and I create a password there as well. I'm just gonna wait for the security code. So I'm just gonna check my email there for security code now. So I just received the security code straight away here. So just need to type that in and just finish. So there it is. This is my account. It's all ready to go now. So once I have my account ready, I would like to add my device from the site. So in order to add device, there's a few ways you can do it. The most common way to add the recorder or any other IP Hikvision device like intercom, for example, would be just scanning the QR code. The QR code can be found on the recorder itself. In the case if that is intercom, it will be at the back of your indoor station, and so there will be a QR code. Like the QR code is nothing else than just the serial number. So the serial number of the device, the 9-digit or 9 characters code, this is the serial number that you're going to scan, and then you will be asked for a verification code. In my case, I actually have the recorder up and running and connected to the local network. So I'm just going to try to communicate with my recorder. So I'm just going to show you my recorder here for a second. In my recorder, like you see here, on the previous webinar, I show you how to set up the recorder and set up the Hik-Connect. You can always go there and see how it's done. Like you see here, there is a QR code. So I have the QR code and I have the verification code already created on my device. I can show you quickly where to go in the latest GUI 4 live version in the K-series recorder. So if I go to network settings and platform access, this is my verification code and the QR code on the right hand side. So on the phone, the only thing I need to do, just go back to the phone, I just click the add device and allow the camera and just scan the QR code. So I scan the QR code, like you see here, it's asking me to add this device. So it's gonna ask for a verification code. Like I had this added before, I can change the name if I like. So I'm just gonna save it and just gonna ask me later there. So this is my recorder with all my cameras connected. So straight away it's up here. So I can view all my cameras connected and see what is going on there. It's supposed to be a storm today, so be careful there. All right, so I have the cameras connected, really straightforward. What if I like to just connect the device that I don't have current access to it? Like I'm not on site, I have the serial number to log into this device. So in this case, I'm just gonna go with the plus button on the top of the page. And there's a few options here as well. You have the scan QR code, you have the manual add-in online devices, add to favorites and share device. In order to add the recorder or any device you like to add to your Hik-Connect, you just go scan QR code. We've done that already, so there's no need to do that now. But I have details of my device in Office, so I can just manually add this device. So it's going to ask you for the way, the type of the connection you have there. So you have the Hik-Connect IP domain Pyronic. So Hik-Connect is the cloud service, IP domain, so it's IP address. If you have the fixed IP address with a port forwarding done, you can do it this way. Or if you have the DDNS, you can connect via the DDNS. It could be a third-party DDNS, doesn't have to be a Hik-Connect DNS if you don't have one. So Hik-Connect domain, that's what we're gonna go to, and we just type it in the serial number. So I'm just gonna type it in my serial number of one of my devices here. So there it is. So this is the device with the serial number and the verification code of this device. Just click next, and this is the exact recorder I'm logging into. So just save that, and we have two recorders listed now. The one I have in the house on the bottom, and the most recent one on the top. You can change the view of this list you have here and make it just a more simple list, just with the details of the recorder without the cameras in thumbnail. Like you see, there's an option on this latest IDS DVR, this bell icon. This bell icon is going to allow you to turn on and off notifications to be sent to your phone, if you like, by just clicking the bell. So you can disable those notifications or enable. So you don't have to go to actual settings of your device and change the notifications. And this type of device, this is the latest firmware actually, and it will allow you to turn on and off the notifications from the main page. Otherwise, if you have the older type of the device, if you like to turn on the notifications like motion detection, intrusion detection, and so on, you need to slide to the left and go to the settings. And like you see here, this is the device name that I can change if you like. Linked cameras, so I have all the cameras. This is the 8-channel recorder, so I can choose what cameras will be visible in my app, and if you like, I can rename them as well. And the notifications I can just turn them on and off. I can change different type of notification and how I will be notified, only to receive the push notifications with events, or receiving events but no push notifications altogether. So it will be different type of the message coming up on the top of the page. Or I can schedule them, so if I don't want to be notified different time of the day, so I can just change the times and the time frame for each day if I like. So you can choose like Monday to Friday to be notified only when you're away at work, for example. So if we go back, there's also image and video encryption. Very cool feature in the case if you like to make it more secured. That verification code is your encryption code. So if you like to make your device more secured, the stream itself, you can just enable that encryption. And every time you like to log it in and view those cameras from a different device, it will ask for this code. Just for this test, I'm not going to do it. So just going to leave it with the encryption disabled. So what else we have there? Configure DDNS. So if I have my site with open ports, I can configure and speed up the connection a little bit. Like the Hik-Connect, it's decent enough, you know, for live view and playback. But if you like to do like a fast forward, or in a case if you like to download a bigger clip of the footage, then I would recommend to use the port forwarding as well. Like you see here, I have this configure the DNS option on the front. I can check my server port number, the HTTP port number. These are default. If you change them, you need to change them here as well. And you also need to type in your username and password of the recorder. So this is one of the devices, and so if you configure the DNS, what that gives you, it gives you the playback with that you can speed it up. The playback on the recorder is not just one speed. You can speed it up to 8 times speed. What else? There's another way you can add your recorder on site once you're on site. So you see there's a plus button again. I can search for all my online devices. So you can see there's a list of devices that have connected to my local network. If they're active or not, they will show you. You can activate them from this page. It's like an SADP software built in your phone. So once you're on the local network, you will be able to see them all. I'm just gonna choose this one, for example, so I can add the recorder that I have on the local network with the IP address of the local network. So that could be like a home connection only. So you can name it like for the home access, so you don't have to use the broadband to stream the videos while you're at home. You can just add it locally. And that will be much quicker for the end user to operate with the playback as well. Or I can add it with the Hik-Connect server, but this machine, I know it's already binded with different account, but I can at least add it to my own Hik-Connect. So save it now, and now I have this device added to my list. So if I click into it, there is. I have 3 cameras connected, and there's a camera of my phone actually, and there is doorbell outside and 1 camera at the front. So like you see, if I go slide to the right, I can go to configuration, but I also can go to remote configuration. So if for some reason you don't have a laptop, you can still go to the basic configuration, the basic information about your recorder. So you can see what is the current version of the firmware, how many cameras are connected, how many hard drives and so on, and alarm inputs. All that basic information, time configuration. So if for some reason the recorder is out of time, you can synchronize that with your phone time, or you can synchronize with the exact time that you're in at the moment with a different time zone. You can change the password of your recorder if you like to. If you know the password of the recorder, you can just change it here as well. So you don't need to log into the recorder go even. You can also change the recording schedule. So recording schedule for my doorbell, it's 24/7. I can choose a different schedule for this camera, for the other camera as well, the same as for the last one. So each camera schedule can be changed. And also the normal event, I can just turn on and off the motion detection, video tamping, all that information to be sent to your phone or not. The same with the smart events, if I have any smart events associated with my camera. So like you see here, it's quite straightforward. I don't know if you notice there's an option there for remote controller. The remote controllers actually allow you to move across the GUI without the mouse. So you can go up and down, back and forward. You can go with the menu, you can go backwards, and control your device the way you want. So it's like a touchpad and instead of the mouse connected, you can use that instead. And it's kind of a cool feature that no one is using it, to be honest, but it's there. So what if I like to do some playback? In a case of like to do some playback, I can just go and choose the exact time and playback date and time and the recorder in question. So I can just go with the doorbell, for example, select the different times. So I can just select like, I don't know, what time is it? 11, so 10 o'clock, and just start my playback. And straight away you see on the bottom of the page there's a time frame, so I can move across to a different time. And this is just the camera outside. This is the doorbell actually connected to my recorder. I can take a snapshot, I can record an image, so you can see in an icon there with the camera. There's actually two icons. There's one with pause and play. The second one is a snapshot, so you can take a snapshot of whoever is on the front, or you can start recording your image to your phone. Also, you can display multiple cameras, so you need to be careful with that. If your broadband speed is not good enough, broadcasting, the recordings via the network might be quite difficult for your network for the upload speed. So if you're not on fiber broadband, or at least like a couple of megabits upload speed, I wouldn't recommend to broadcast in so many cameras at the same time. Unless you're on the local network, you should be grand. So I can just go back to one screen and choose a different option. I can zoom it in if you like. And I can also choose how quick it's going to play it back for me. So you see it's time 8 and times 8 right now, so it's going to speed it up a little bit. If I like to. And if you have recorded the second stream, you can choose a different stream to be playing back in a case if your broadband is not good enough. So that's quite simple. So I can just record that for a second. So I can just start recording. So now my phone is recording the video that is playing back. So once I know something happened, it could be just a small clip. I can just click it again, and my recordings are in the folder. So I'm just going to go back to the main page, and I go to my mole settings, and you see there's on the top of the page there's my username and password. My username, and there's also picture and videos folder. So I can just go there, and there's a snapshot of the previous sessions, and also there's a video that I can do the playback. So once I have this video, like you see here, I can delete that from my phone, or I can share it, and I can share with multiple different options available. So I can send an email, I can send a WhatsApp, and so on. So really cool, straightforward. So you don't always have to be at the front of the recorder if you don't have access currently. It could be in the comms room locked up. So there's an option for you if you like to download quickly the file that you're looking for. All right, but that's the live view. So what if I like to, I have a few recorders connected right now. What if I like to change the way they're going to be displayed? Like I have my favorite cameras, for example. So what I can do, I can just go click the plus button and add the favorite. And then I have listed every single recorder, and I can choose, all right, I want this camera, that camera, and one of these cameras as well to be my favorite cameras. So just click OK and give it a name. So there will be just a test. There you go, and I have my test favorite. So you can have multiple favorites if you like. So you could have different favorites for a different time of the day, and different sites if you like. So if you click in the favorites, that brings up the exact favorite layout I just choose from all the list of the different cameras. So if I go main screen, I can slide to the left, and that will be in the exact order I select them. The only thing is, if you like to modify this favorite, if you like to add more cameras to the favorites, you can do that, all right? But whatever you're going to choose from, any additional favorite, they will come up as the most recent added cameras, and they'll be always on the top of the page. So they'll be always first on the top of the page, like you see here. So if I would just go and save that, so you see here, those two cameras are added here on the top. So I can just choose and go through them all. Like if you have the doorbell, you can actually tag to whoever is on the front of the unit, and you have the two-way audio conversation. Unless you have the camera with the built-in microphone, you can do the same. You can have audio enabled and just tap the microphone and tag to whoever is on the front of the recorder or the camera itself. If you have the microphone and the speaker connected. So you just need to tap the icon and choose what you like to trigger. So if there's a NVR with the amplifier and the speakers, you can just choose an NVR DVR, and that will announce the message you like to announce there. If that would be an IP camera, you can just choose an IP camera, and whatever speaker, usually it's a built-in amplifier speaker connected to the camera, you can just notify them this way. Notifications regarding the intrusion detection, line crossing, like push notifications from the intercom, they're all going to be listed here. If you go to more settings, you can manage, you see here, manage sharing settings. So what you can do, you can actually share your device with somebody else. So for example, I can just click the plus button and I can share one of my devices. I know there used to be like an OSEC user. All right, and just a test. Or just type it in the email address. That is, there should be that. So now I just need to choose a device that I like to share with this user. So I can choose one of the cameras or a whole recorder if I like to. So I can choose that recorder and choose the exact cameras and what permissions I like to give him. So you have the live view, you have the remote playback, you have the alarm, two-way audio, PTZ. So you're given the full control of this device. So all the permissions you can just tick the box there, or you can just choose exact details. So you can give it only live view if you like, without any playback, without any access to the alarm if you need to. So yeah, I just like to save that and finish. So this device is now shared to my other account. So once it's shared, that's it. Other devices, it could be the devices that someone else shared with you. You can just share with other people. So this device is shared. So on the other app on the phone, I can just accept the invitation. So I can quickly actually show you here now. So you see on the top of the page, there's an option there, you have a new sharing. So I can just click that and accept the sharing. So that will enroll this device from the different account, from the main account to this account here now, with all the options, with all the cameras that I have connected to it. So I'm just going to log out from this one back again and log it in with my own account. I hope I still remember the password. There you go, so I'm logging in back again. So what else you have there? You have the settings of the app itself, so you can go to the settings and you can just turn on and off the push notifications. And in an iPhone, it's slightly different. On the iPhone, the push notifications are enabled and disabled from the app iOS itself. So this option on the iPhone will be grayed out. You can only turn on and off with the latest iOS from the phone itself. So you can change the different type of notification sound, or you can have a custom sound from your phone selected, any kind of bell you choose from. Soft, it's just the kind of vibrations. It will be quite pleasant notification sound. If that would be intense, it would be like an alarm sound, and not very many people like that. So what we have here, you have the save device parameters, so you can save all the settings of this device. Auto received alarm after powering on, it's another extra option there if you like to receive all the notifications straight away. So for example, for some reason you have your phone turned off and you like to receive those notifications that there were queuing to be sent to your phone, you can enable that, unless you turn it off, and you can just upload them yourself. Generate the QR code, so you can generate the code for the exact device. So you like to share device with somebody else, you can just choose that device and share it with somebody else, and some other phone, you just need to scan it and they will gain access to this device. If you go with traffic statistics, for example, here they will tell you how much bandwidth you used so far with your mobile network or the Wi-Fi. So that's why it's always a good practice, if you have a mobile broadband bandwidth allowance, just to use your Wi-Fi at home in order to connect to your recorders or any intercom you have. That will use much less bandwidth to communicate with your phone. Floating view, so you can have the floating view, so you can change that. So we know the first page when we went to, so you can just choose how these are how the layout is going to be visible, so you can have it listed straight away here. So back to the settings, resume latest live view. So if you left your live view on certain page, a certain camera, when you go back to the app itself, it's going to bring up the most recent view. The tablet mode, it's going to be more like a vertical view for larger devices with a larger screen. It's going to be really suitable. Display channel 0, the channel 0 that I don't know if everyone ever use, but there's an option to display the channel 0, so that's extra channel of your recorder that contains all the cameras in one channel. You can just turn that on. The advantage of that is you're obviously going to use less bandwidth, because you're just going to stream one channel that contains all cameras, and it's really low resolution. So probably you wouldn't be happy with the picture, especially if you have like 16 cameras, not shrink to one channel. And auto download upgrade file. So in the case if you're on the Wi-Fi, it will update your phone. I'm sorry, not the phone, but the Hik-Connect app to the latest version, if you like, automatically. But as always, you can go to about settings, about option, and detect the latest version. This version should be latest, it's just been downloaded a few minutes ago. So that's the version you have on. What else we have there? Share Hik-Connect. So some people asking about where to find the Hik-Connect, because it's not on the Android Play Store anymore. You can always use this option, Share Hik-Connect, and you can show to your customer, all right, scan your phone with your camera, this QR code, and that will bring up the page to them and download the app for you. So you can save that if you like, you can share that with your customers, so you don't have to go with their phone via the web browser to the app store at hikvision.com. You can just share via the QR code. All right, so going back to the main page for the moment, I'd just like to show you share device. There's a shortcut here as well, so you don't always have to go to more settings and then manage share devices and so on. You can just go in Hik-Connect on the main page, you just click the plus button and go share your device, and you just go through the whole process again. All right, you can also have the most recent view, so that brings up the most recent cameras I displayed. You can also control your PTZ cameras, just like with any other software application, like an IVMS software. or any other unit. There's also the website that you can log in. It's the Hik-Connect.com. So I'm just gonna get you to my main monitor here now. So on the Hik-Connect.com, you can log into your account, and in that account you can see what kind of devices you have listed associated with your account. What is the serial number of each device, the IP address of the site that they're connected to. You can rename them. You can change the HTTP or the server port settings. You can also share it from the page, so I can just go and share this device with anyone that I'd like to share it with. So just into their email account. So if they have an email account with their account associated, you can just use their email or their phone number. So first of all, they need to create their account, and you just give them mark and check the box for what you like to share with them. So you can just share all the information and two-way audio if you like, if there's any two-way audio, or you can just check the individual cameras or the whole recorder if you like. That's one of the options. All your shared devices will be listed here. So anytime you can delete what you shared with somebody. Your all account information will be listed here. You can change the password. The only way to delete the account, if you click delete here, it's going to bring up the page. Yes, you can delete that, but from the app itself. So you need to actually be logged into your app on the phone to delete the account. You won't be able to do it via the web browser. If you like, you can also add your devices. So you can just type it in whatever serial number of the devices here as well, the same way as you've done it on the phone. When I show you when you click the manual add-in, you can do it here. So yeah, there's like the whole management page. It's allowing you to control what you have added in. If you like to re-add the cameras or devices that are associated with your account, or share them with somebody else, you can do it from here as well. If you don't have access to your Hik-Connect, or you don't like the layout of the Hik-Connect, you can just do it here altogether. If you have any other questions, you can always ask me on the chat, or you can send me an email or give us a call. Our tech guys are on calls Monday to Friday. If you like to ask about the prices regarding the recorder that I was showing you today with this bell icon, or any other device like an intercom, for example, you can contact our sales department. They will be happy to answer all the questions regarding the price. Technical questions, you can give it a call straight to me or one of the lads in the office, or send us an email. So I hope that will be it for today. I pretty much show you all the settings that we can see here on the phone. If you have any questions, yes, please just give me a shout. So thank you very much, guys. Thank you for your time. For the next week, I actually have something extra as well. It's a face mask detection camera. So we're just going to set up that camera and see how that's working. Thank you very much again, and stay awesome as always. Thank you very much. Talk to you guys. Bye.